Medical Center Sports Desk.
All right, it is the Friday Night Blitz, Week 14. We now know who will compete for state championships. And our game of the week for the 2A Upper State title, Gray Collegiate Academy hosting Newberry at Fairfield Central High School, a Region 3 rematch. Gray Collegiate won the regular season meeting back in October, 56-29. How will tonight's game go? We shall see. Newberry head coach Phil Strickland announced he's retiring at the end of this season, so he could be coaching his final game. First quarter, off the reverse, Zach Chalmers for Newberry. Takes it to the house. Extra point, no good. So Newberry's down 7-6. The Bulldogs have really elevated their game in the postseason, trying to extend Coach Strickland's career. Next Bulldog drive, Shaheem Epps loses the football. And it is recovered by the War Eagles, who need very little help with that high-powered offense. And 3 plays later, it would be Trey Robinson capping off the drive with a touchdown. So Gray Collegiate Academy goes up 8. A few minutes later, Newberry will answer. KJ Robinson is going to get loose. And he will power his way for a long touchdown. There he goes. Again, Newberry's been very strong this postseason, looking nothing like the team we saw in October against Gray Collegiate Academy. So Newberry down just 1. Second quarter, former News 19 Player of the Week, KZ Adams, the Georgia State commit, a Mr. Football finalist, takes the handoff, and he is gone. That gives Gray Collegiate Academy a 21-13 advantage. And later in the quarter, more KZ does it again, hitting pay dirt for the 3rd time in the half. The War Eagles go into the locker room with a 15-point advantage at intermission. Second half action. KJ Robinson brings the Dogs to within 7 as he scores, the outstanding running back for Newberry. But the Dogs had no answer for Adams, as the Georgia State commit would surpass 3,000 yards, and the War Eagles advanced to the Class 2A state title game for the first time, winning this one 35-28. Coach Strickland's coaching career, his Hall of Fame career, ends 1 game short of the state title game.
I was very proud. The very first day of practice, we had 19 players out there, and we got more kids out, and we took some games on the chin early, and these kids kept getting bigger and better and better and better, and real proud of what they did tonight, because they could have very easily rolled over against a good football team, but they didn't.
He's an amazing coach. I mean, he's been a great supporter of me and just our program and our school. Just congratulations to a great career. If I could do half of what he's done over his career, I'll have a great coaching career.
And Gray Collegiate Academy will face Silver Bluff for the 2A title. 3A lower state championship at historic Zemp Stadium, the oldest high school football facility in the state. The Camden Bulldogs hosting Dillon, 2 tradition-rich programs meeting for the right to go to the Class 3A state championship game. And Camden gets right to work. Driving down the field on their opening drive, and Avery Hickman scores for the Dogs, and just like that, it's 6-0 Camden. Now the Dog defense has been stellar this postseason. Got roughed up a little bit last week by Brooklyn Casey, but they would respond on this night. Xavier McLeod, he is there for the sack. Very active was number 64, and that entire Camden defense was stout. Near the end of the first half, Dillon trying to make something happen. Jack Grider goes long, and his former News 19 Player of the Week, Dorian Ferguson, is there playing center field, and he gets the INT. So that is how the half ends. Still a 6-0 Camden lead. Now, third quarter, opening drive for the Dogs, and Grayson White will cap it off with this touchdown. So it's 13-0 Camden. And obviously, when you play a team like Dillon, you can never have too many scores. Dillon's been there so many times before, and shall we say that was an insurance, a little insurance for Camden. See, so predictable. You're welcome, Coach Remp. Hey, Dillon driving, Nemo Squire out of the Wildcat. He fumbles, and McLeod recovers. So what could have been a 13-6, 13-7 Camden lead, it stays 13-0. In fact, Dillon would score a touchdown to cut it to 13-7. They get the ball back, one last chance, but it's Ferguson again, the former News 19 Player of the Week. In our profile of him a few weeks ago, Coach Remp talked about how the fact that he has a high football IQ, and that IQ is certainly on display 2 interceptions for Ferguson. And Camden wins it by a final of 13-7. The Dogs will play defending state champion Daniel next week for the state championship. But hey, Camden going back to the state finals, and after the game we caught up with our former news.
Hey, it was a good game. That's a good team we just played. All respect to them guys. They came out there they're supposed to do, and we stepped up to play on defense. I love it. That's what we got to do every time.
All right, let's head down to the Low Country. Class 5A lower state championship game. Dutch Fork taking on Fort Dorchester. Scoreless first quarter. Jarvis Green plunges in from 3 yards out, and the Silver Foxes leading 7-0. The next drive, Green will score a little bit farther out, catches the screen pass, and watch the moves down the sideline. Eludes 2 defenders and scampers in from 74 yards out. Breaks that final tackle there, and that's in. That puts him in the end zone. So it's 14-0 Dutch Fork midway through the first. Now the home team finally breaks through. Michael Smalls rumbles in, so 14-7, Dutch Fork leading at the break. And we will fast forward to the fourth quarter. It's 21-14 Dutch Fork, last chance for Fort D. And they're going to go for the Hail Mary, and it's Antonio Williams playing center field, comes down with it, and Dutch Fork will go for the 6 in a row, the 6-pack, if you will. They will play for the state title next week against Gaffney after a 21-14 victory over Fort Dorchester. Exciting night of high school football. One more week of it. Hey, we'll be right back.